right, ladies and gentlemen, the early bird winner today is the first person who could say, who tell me who sang the song "I'll Be." I'll be. Then I don't know the rest of the words. I forget the words. All right, who sang the song "I'll Be"? Who sang that song? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. If nobody gets it, I will tell you eventually. But I just want to see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Nobody yet, Shelly. I don't know. Maybe they don't know it. Maybe they don't know it. We'll have to see. We'll have to
I think you
see.
should play it on your phone.
Huh? All right, let me see if I can work it. All right, guys, let me work this out for you. Let's see. Let me find it. Hang on. Let me cue it up. Oh, Jeff, it wasn't me, buddy. It wasn't me. Hang on. Let me find it.
Well, he was singing it too.
Yes, I was, but not very well. Not very well. Let's see. Here it is right there. Oh. Let's see. Can they get it? Can they get it, ladies and gentlemen? All right. I'll give you 5 more seconds, or else we're just going to call it today. We're going to say it. I thought somebody would know who sang it, Shelly. I'll Be. Who sang the song I'll Be? That is the early bird special winner. Whoever figures that out. I'll Be. Who sang the song I'll Be? See what you got. Let's see what you got. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Even Mike McLaughlin's digging in deep for this one. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. It is Edwin McCain. Shelly and I went to see Edwin McCain and train yesterday at the Toledo Zoo. That's why we're on that kick today. That's why we're on that kick today. All right, here's what we got for you. Episode 286, Talking Real Estate, is emotions versus logic. Emotions versus logic. The real estate process is a emotional, I heard the word roller coaster today, but I also think there's lots of logic and lots of numbers and thoughts like that involved. Train, no? Right? And Rachel's trying to cheat on you. Just see, should have figured that one out. Oh, Alicia's got it right there. It is Evan McCain. All right. We'll give you one out of pity on that one. All right. So, emotions versus logic, what we're talking about today. Tell us, guys, where are you tuning in from? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Where are you tuning in from today? Tell us where you're tuning in from. Is it the dusky shores of Muskegon? Are you in, where else could you be? No, you know what? Ooh, LaSalle, Michigan. Could you be in LaSalle, Michigan like I was twice yesterday? Where are you tuning in from, ladies and gentlemen? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Let's see. Where are people at today? I think I see Melvindale. I think I see, who else do you see out there, Shelly?
Parma.
Delayed delivery. Okay, delayed delivery. I get it. Parma, Michigan's in the house. Dearborn as well. I got all kinds of the usual suspects in here today. All kinds. Yes, sir. Jeff, we saw you. We saw you. We saw you. We saw you. Smoky Shores of Frankfurt. Nice. Oh, it's Smoky, though. Smoky. I don't know if that's good. D. Hood. Hi, Al. Happy birthday. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Belly. You ain't kidding. Trace, remind me, I got to talk to you after the show, my friend. I got to talk to you after the show. Dearborn Heights, Michigan in the house. All right. So let's get the shout out, shall we? First, birthday shout out. Type the numbers 23 in the chat for our Bella's 23rd birthday. Our dear sweet Bells is 23 today. She would love nothing more to come on and check the show out and have 23s all over the chat. So put the numbers 2, 3 in the chat. Blow it up. Birthday shout out to Bella. That's the first shout out of the day. Let's see what we get here. Type the numbers 2, 3 in the chat for Arabella's 23rd birthday, which will be heading directly from here to the K-pop restaurant.
The Cape Barbecue.
Cape Barbecue, whatever it's called. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it, bud. Chris Wojcicki with a heart. Ooh, a heart thrown in there, too. Lisa says 23. Put a 23 in the chat for our dear sweet Bells. We like to call her DJ Rock the Bells, so she doesn't like it very much. So,
Or Wedding Bell.
Or Wedding Bell. She doesn't like that either. Gee, it's rough. It's rough around here. All right. Shout out number 2. Got some offers accepted this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Quick shout out to Tina and Mike. Oh, there she is.
Hi,
There's the
Happy
sweet Bells.
birthday.
Happy birthday, honey. Happy birthday.
We love you.
We do love you. Throw a 23 in there for yourself. Okay. Shout out number 2 to Tina and Mike. Got offer accepted this weekend. Give a hell yeah in the chat. That's what we do here. Hell yeah. Put a hell yeah in the chat for Tina and Mike, not Tina and Mike. Holy smokes. Man, I'm not typing well today. Shout out number 3. We got a lot of them today, it looks like. Lisa and Carl got their offer accepted. Let's throw a hell yeah in there too. I mean, Carl was doing some dancing in the closet because that's the thing. This guy loves the closet. He loves it dancing. And I'm not seeing it in a weird way either, just so you don't get ridiculous. There it is, all kinds. Yep. So give us a hell yeah in the chat for Carl and Lisa as well. Carl and Lisa as well. Blow it up, ladies and gentlemen. Blow it up. We got one more shout out today, Shelly. We do got one more shout out, I think. Yep. Okay. Sherry, we knew she closed last week on her property, but now she passed inspection. She passed inspection on the one she's buying. A beautiful home. Okay. And we would like to give a quick shout out. There's Sherry. There she is.
Right.
Give Sherry a nice in the chat. Give Sherry a nice in the chat. Also want to give a shout out to John Becker of Three Stripes Heating and Cooling, making sure that all the extra steps are taken. That place is in good shape. Cindy Earls, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Give us a nice in the chat for Sherry passing inspection. All kinds of shout outs today, Shelly. All kinds of shout outs. All right. So, guys, what word describes you better, emotions or logic? What word describes you better, emotions or logic? Last shout out to Shelly. Yeah, at least she's got to throw.
Girl, thank you.
Always got to give her a shout out. Yeah, John Becker. You know him. Chris Wojcinski knows him. He's one of the trusted allies of the Bergeron team. John Becker, Three Stripes Heating and Cooling. If you ever need heating and cooling information or someone that knows nonsense, that's where you go. So, what word describes you better, emotions or logic? Which one? Trey says logic. Chris Wojcinski says logic. All right. Yeah, see, even Sherry's giving you a Shelly.
Hey, Sherry.
Jeff says logic. We got very logical people here today, Shell. Our audience is very logical folks, it looks like. Emotions versus logic. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Emotions versus
See, for
logic.
me, it depends. Are we
No, it can't depend. You only get one choice.
About an argument.
Oh, yeah, argument. Yeah, argument. I didn't say throwing plates and shit like that. I didn't say that kind of stuff. I know. Then Chris Bergeron says emotion. Rachel says emotion. Okay. All right. So in the same line of that, when you walk into your next home, is it a feeling? I tell people it's a feeling because usually it is, guys. Usually it is. I know lots of logical folks watching tonight, but it's usually a feeling. People tell me I want 2,200 square feet, 4 bedrooms with this much square footage on this size lot, all that kind of stuff. And they walk in a house and buy nothing like what they talk to me about. Okay. Nothing like what they talk to me about. It's a feeling. Part of it is a feeling. There's emotion, there's logic involved too, but part of it is a feeling. I agree with that. I agree with that. Is it a feeling when you walk into a home? Yes, no. What do you think? Is it a feeling? Definitely a feeling, Sherry says. Cindy says, absolutely, it's a feeling. Sure is. So you got to be careful when you say emotions and logic. It's tough. It's tough. It's a balance of the two. Feeling does come into play, Jeff. I appreciate that. That's almost the boss's feeling. That's the boss's feeling. That's what they tell me. Yeah, that's what they tell me. It's always a feeling. All right. So speaking of logic versus emotion, let's go to the hardest working man in mortgages, the Mike McLaughlin. Blow it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a Mike in the chat. Give me a Mike in the chat, please. I'm telling you, Michael.
Hey, Scott. How are you, sir?
Good. We're talking about logic and emotions, my friend, in the home buying process.
Yeah, I think people who think logically like I do, by being able to check off the logic marks, that's when I would allow myself to have the emotional connection after that.
Yep. Just so you know, Sandy was the first one with a Mike, just so you know.
It's like if you think about it this way, like I was telling Melissa, the beautiful Melissa today, we were out in the backyard and a couple of the neighbor kids were screaming bloody murder. And as kids tend to do, right?
Yep.
And when one of the children screamed, the reactions were Melissa gasped like, like, what was that? And immediately my mind was like, what was that noise? Was it someone screaming? It was, oh, it's kids playing. like totally logical, totally analytical, no emotion. Just what the emotion comes after the logic.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So, Michael, let me ask you this question. Is it logical that we'll get a rate cut the next time that comes around? Is that logical?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Scott.
That was kind of fun. Guys, let me give Mike a quick shout out first, though. So, another lender, and they will remain nameless. Their company looks like this kind of like, that kind of deal. So, they try to tell me today that a VA loan has to have a pest inspection. And Mike clearly told me last month it does not, and clearly told you this last month. So, I went around with this guy for all day, and eventually it's like, you're right, we're wrong. Don't get a pest inspection. Thanks a lot. So,
And
Mike
there's a
McLaughlin, knowing
lender.
things that other people don't know, knowing the stuff.
It's the lender that doesn't know their own business, Scott.
I'm telling you what. I mean, like Phone Jockey's my friend, Phone Jockey. So anyway, tell me about rates. Give me the good news.
Yeah, I mean, if you you find some articles out there, rates are even today. Rates are at a low for this year, so that's good news. As we dip down towards the mid sixes, so that's great news that we're in the mid sixes now on conventional purchases and FHA purchases. Now, refinances are always a little bit more as far as rate goes than a purchase. So refinances might be a touch more than that, but we're definitely headed in the right way as the economy softens a little bit. And I think it's about 40 days from now, 35 to 40 days from now is when the Fed has their next meeting. They meet every 45 days. And in this last one, remember I had told you, and I wasn't sure that I think the vote was either 11-2 or 9-2 in favor of no cut last time.
Yep.
So this was the first time that there had been anybody dissenting. It's always been unanimous.
Unanimous. Yep.
For I think it was 26 years or 36
Holy
years.
crap.
It hasn't been.
26
Yeah.
years?
So this is the first time that there's been anyone who thought it should be like they've always been in unison.
Yeah.
And the word came out, a couple more of the Fed Reserve presidents from the different Fed reserves like San Francisco and whatnot have come out and said that it's time for a cut as well. So that's, I think they're going to probably bake one in. They're going to probably expect one now.
All right. Very nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, from what he just said, give me it in the chat. Give me a cut or no cut. What are we doing? Cut or no cut here? No,
Yep.
There's like a little test because Mike just gave you the golden nugget there. What are we doing? Cut or no cut in 45 days? Let's see what they get. Mike, let's see.
Gotta cut it, baby. Gotta cut it.
All right. Let's see. Is it cut or no cut? Put it in the chat, guys. Is it cut or no cut? Let's see. Mike, so while they're thinking about that, ooh, that's nice. While they're thinking about that, affordability, how much do they have to cut to make it way more, to make it affordable?
Well, I guess that's a tough one. I think more than affordability, it's about getting, I guess you could package it as affordability, because what it is it needs to open up doors for people who have been delaying moving up, moving down, moving parallel, empty nesters, all those things, right? That people have been, we talk about it all the time, golden handcuffs. They've been handcuffed. They haven't been able to go anywhere. So this might, for some people, it should open up the ability for them to sell and buy. So that's the beauty of what we're trying to do. In order to open up not only more people purchasing, we got to get those sellers too at the same time.
Yeah.
What's the use, right?
Gotta have both.
Yep. So I think it's going to help by bringing in a lot of people who couldn't sell before, even if it's just on the concept. Like they just need to see some kind of movement. So I would say, how can we quantify how much more business it will be? Boy, that's difficult to do. There's just too many other economic indicators that are going to be, as like Shelley would say, like the price of gas.
Well, Shelley said eggs.
Shelley said eggs. Shelley's all about the eggs.
Eggs.
Michael, so just so you know, Bruce and Nancy Wales came on. As soon as they came on, hey, Mike, hey, Scott. Nice, Scott. You know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
I'm just, it's your show. I'm just kind of the guest host, I guess. I don't know.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Scott.
I appreciate that. Guys, Mike McLaughlin saying they're going to cut rates. That's music to our ears. In the chat for me, give me a Mike. Who's going to be first to be Mike? Let me see.
Bring
Give
it
the
for me,
send off he
guys.
deserves.
I need it.
Let's see who the send off. Who Sandy was first one in. Let's see who's gonna be the first one out today. Let's see. Who's giving us a Mike in the chat?
Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
Kathy Cordy, you think she's gonna get there first?
She always does.
Oh, Lucy now.
Sandy again.
Sandy again is
I
all
think she should
over
get
it.
Sandy,
She's on the
you're
ball.
gonna
She got that
stay.
quick
All
internet.
over it today.
She's got that booming Wi-Fi, Scott.
Kathy Cordy, I didn't see a word out of her. All of a sudden, Mike jumps out of the woodwork. Mike, screaming. All right, Michael, listen, brother, we will check you next week. Cuts are coming.
You got it, brother. Be
All
good,
right, brother,
guys.
be good. See you, bud.
Bye.
All right, guys, rate or cuts are coming. We got that going on. So let's talk logic now. Okay, what two numbers have to make sense when you buy a house? What two numbers? If you watch this show any length of time, you can at least tell me one. What two numbers need to make sense? It definitely isn't interest rates. What two numbers need to make sense? Put in the chat for us. What two numbers need to make sense in the logic part of buying a house? What two numbers need to make sense when you buy a house? Oh, fine. That a girl, Nance. That a girl. I was just kidding. Huh? What? Shelly wants one too now. Yeah.
I got
I'm
one.
telling you. I know you get one from your girl Alicia all the time. So what two numbers have to make sense when you buy a house? What two numbers? And it's not interest rates, guys. Interest rates are important, but they don't. I mean, like, price and offer? No. Square footage and price? Keep guessing. What two numbers have to make sense when you buy a home? What two numbers have to make sense? Let's see. So we got price and offer, square footage and price. What else? Shelly. See, everybody's blowing. Fonz is blowing up too. Gee, Manise, I'm telling you. What do you think, guys? What two numbers have to make sense when you buy price and taxes? I'll give you about 5 more seconds, guys. About 5
We're
more
on the
seconds.
right track.
They are, yeah. It's just a different way of looking at it, I guess. Different way of looking at it. Down payment and mortgage rate, you're getting closer, Sandy. Seller's price and buyer's price. Yeah, kind of, maybe, sort of. Guys, here's what it is. The two numbers that have to make sense for a buyer. I should have said. I probably should have qualified it. What are you bringing to closing, and what's your payment going to be? Those are the numbers that have to make sense, right? Because the payment's got to make sense, because if it doesn't fit your lifestyle, number one, this is a party store, this is a golf course. You're killing me, Trace. You're killing me. And then the other one is how much you bring to closing. Do you have enough? Those two things, right? So the amount of money you bring to closing and your payment, those two things got to make sense. Those two things got to make sense on the logic side. So let's talk about that for just a few minutes, okay? Because we're heading to Bella's birthday get together soon. I like Tracy's answer. I'm sure you did. So which one is stronger, emotion or logic? Let me give you some examples. Oh, Sheboygan. Attaboy, Northman from Sheboygan, Michigan. Pay cash doesn't matter then. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Which is the stronger part of buying a home, emotion or logic? Now, some people love a house because of the view. Some people love it for the bathrooms, the basement. I had a guy today that loved the basement, right? Love the backyard entertaining space. Love. I use the word love in those. So there's the emotion part. The other piece of it is, can we afford it, right? So one, I feel like is almost like emotion and fear. Like the emotion of fear is the logic part. So do I love it and do I fear something? Those two things mixed together. So, and I only say this, guys, because a lot of times we counsel a lot of couples, after they walk through. Let me give you an example, okay? So let's say you had an inspection, right? Some things are a big deal. Some things are not a big deal, right? Some things are really super scary. Like, we better get this checked out further, and some things are not. And it sometimes takes experience, our experience kind of going, okay, this is something that we see a lot, or this is something that we don't see a lot. So really tough, stronger part of the buying experience. Emotion gets you to love the house. Logic is, can you afford it? Or can it work in your life? Right? Those, I guess. So I don't know. I feel like any discussion I have with buyers and sellers, both those things play into it. Both those things are part of it. So I got to be, especially if you're a seller, I got to be very respectful of how I talk about your home, at the same time being honest too. Yeah. So it's definitely a tough one. Definitely a tough one. Emotions or logic. Definitely a tough one. All right. Let's keep it rolling, ladies and gentlemen. For your second most favorite, well, it's probably their third most favorite part of the show, because the new segment at the end. Don't forget, guys, love it or lose it is at the end, the last segment of the show. Don't forget that. This or that, number one, guys. You pick one or the other, but not both. Numbers versus relaxation. Which one? Numbers versus relaxation. If I can relax in this big, huge family room or this big, huge deck, which one's more important? Numbers or relaxation? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Let's see what they come up with, Shell. This or that, this or that, this or that. Which one's more important, numbers or relaxation? Fawn says relaxation. Jeff says numbers. Chris Bergeron says relaxation. Ray says numbers. It's not what's on the screen. That's weird. On mine it is. It's weird. Numbers or relaxation? Which one? Numbers or relaxation? Guys, sometimes there's always a little, what do you call it? A little jib in the system. Sometimes it's numbers versus relaxation is what it should be. Numbers versus relaxation, what it should be. Let's see what we got, shall we? Let's see what we got, shall we? Counting them up in my head right now. It looks like this audience says relaxation, which is an emotion. Wonky numbers. They love your lingo, Shelly.
I love wonky.
Yeah. I don't know if it does that sometimes. All right. This or that number two, guys. This or that number two. Parties or upkeep? It's more important to be able to party at your house, or is the upkeep more important? Which one? Parties or upkeep? So listen to me and don't look at the screen, I guess, if you're seeing something besides what I'm seeing. Parties or upkeep? Parties or upkeep? Let me take it off, put it back on, see if that helps. Parties or upkeep? Which one? This or that, this or that, this or that. Parties or upkeep? Put it in the chat, put it in the chat. Sandy says upkeep. Fawn says party. I knew that already. Chris Bergeron says upkeep. Janine says parties. Jeff says upkeep. Fawn says upkeep. Rachel says upkeep. Cindy says upkeep. Parties or upkeep? Which one's more important? Kat says parties. Atta girl. Wait till we party on and wind down, girl, please. Sherry says upkeep. So, guys, upkeep, a very logical choice. So we've got emotion. We've got emotion on one side and parties and logic on the second one. All right. This or that, number three. And let me refresh it to make sure it does the right thing. Let's see. Maybe it needs to be refreshed every once in a while. So I'm going to ask you again. Emotions or logic? This or that, this or that, this or that. Trace, I appreciate that. Constant upkeep. I appreciate that. This or that, this or that. Emotions or logic? Emotions or logic? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Chris Wojcicki says logic. Chris Bergeron logic. Lucy says logic. John says logic. Jeff says logic. Uh-oh. Tracy says logic. Kathy says logic. Logic across the board, Shelley. Again, we're a very logical audience. All right. The second most coveted part of the show, guys, is up today. These are some goofy things we've been seeing. Goofy things that we have been seeing. Here it is. What Realtors See, number one. If you haven't played What Realtors See before, you have the chance to win millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket courtesy of Talkin Real Estate, the Bergeron team. Here's what you do. You caption the picture we put up there, the ridiculous things that we see on the road, in the showings, all that stuff. Here we go. What Realtors See, number one. What Realtors See, number one. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What Realtors See, number one. Don't forget, guys, as always, the end of the show, love it or lose it. This week's Love or Lose It is definitely interesting. We shot it this morning. Sandy, absolutely. $10. Atta girl. Listen, I was hoping you win the millions. Percy, get a new outfit.
Oh, nice. Oh, $10.
Timeout chair. That's good. Chair for a midget. Chris Bergeron. That was rough. It's called little people. For people of short stature, okay. Half chair. That was one hell of a fart. Oh, Jesus. That's rough, man. This is owned by Mini-Me. Sit down for a little while. That's pretty good. Have a chair is better than no chair. No backbone whatsoever. Baby don't have back. That's pretty good, too. I like that's pretty funny. I broke my back in this chair. The best chair was someone without a spine. Me too. A new Lions jersey. Very nice. All right, guys, you got 10 seconds. Okay, we're going to the old Korean barbecue after this for Bella's 23rd. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is. That was one hell of a fart. Pull the chair out. Jeez. Man, I do like sometimes we take the lowest count on this show sometimes. All right. What realtor C? Number 2. Shelly took this picture today. She took this one today. What realtor C? Number 2. This is a cool basic. Wait till we show you guys this pictures in full someday. What realtor C? Number 2. What realtor C? Number 2. This is a sweet basement in Allen Park, right? Allen Park, yeah. That was very cool. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? No face to face. Yeah, no kidding. That is true. You won't be looking at somebody's face. That is trying to notice that.
I thought it was cool though.
Definitely cool. I agree. Bar stud. My built-in table. Pole drinking. Yeah, pole drinking. Oh, geez. Table for her snacks. Oh, geez, that's rough. That I'm not even reading that. That was rough. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You got 30 seconds. Yeah, post bar tonight. Yeah. No dancing on that table. Dual bar and pole dance. Jeez. I think our audience is wild and crazy. I've done
Yeah,
2 hour dance in that pool. Two hour to dance on that pool. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the winner is. Meet you at Post Bar tonight. Chris Wojcinski, you're the winner. Final one, ladies and gentlemen. Final one. This one, I know where this is going to go. This one, but it is what it is. It is what it is. What realtor C? Number 3, ladies and gentlemen. What realtor C? Number 3. You know it's going to be 2 words. I know it's going to be. What realtor C?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't think so?
I just don't know. So.
I think so. We'll see. John, listen, we'll send you a video. That basement was sweet. Like more booze. I mean, like, I don't know. Somebody on the show said they had more booze than this. So, you know, I guess I don't judge people by the amount of booze they keep. What realtor C? Number 3. Bob Vila on the TV. Jeez. What realtor C? Number 3. Wallboard, honeymoon's headboard, yeah. I knew shit. There it is right there. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, it is.
Wood getting wood watching wood. Fonz woke up when he heard about the bourbon. He's like, what do you mean? Where?
Right.
30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. What realtor C? Number 3. Chance to win millions of dollars on scratch off ticket, courtesy of Talk Real Estate and the Bergeron team. My Fake TV. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is the Northman, Jim Robleski. Got wood. Dancing on the walls. Holy smokes, Uncle Joe. Got wood. Jim, I knew it was coming from somewhere. I just didn't know where. All right, guys. The final part of our show, the big ass wood wall. That's true. Love it or lose it. We try to bring you something interesting and we want to see if you would love it or lose it. So here's how it works. You pick love it or lose it, and then we decide from there if it's worth it or not. This is also a sneak preview for tomorrow. This will be on all of our channels tomorrow. Love or lose it. Here we go. Ready? Hey guys, Scott Bergeron talking real estate here. Listen, this week on Love or Lose It, we got this amazing, interesting sink. Check this thing out. It's definitely very different. And as you remember, put in the comments, tell us love it or lose it. I'm Scott, and I'm definitely talking real estate. See ya. Now realize, ladies and gentlemen, you got a sneak peek of that before anybody else did. So tell me, love it or lose it? Love it or lose it? Put it in the chat, put it in the chat, put it in the chat. Love it or lose it? Alicia says lose it. Sandy says lose it. Why would you do that, Rich? That was pretty good. Jeff says love it. Kathy says lose it. Rachel says lose it. Man, these guys are tough on the sink, boy. Holy smokes. That's making Chili cry now. Lose it. Not functional, Jim says. All right. Love it or lose it? Sherry says lose it. John Variety says lose it. That seems like there'd be water all over the John, there's always water whenever I do dishes at my house. Always. Double sinks are common. Yeah, I know, but just not that. I'm just saying the way it was shaped. Hey, Chris, the way it was shaped. Lose it, Font says. Lose it. Lucy says you guys are in agreement.
In
That's nice.
person, it looked kind of cool.
Yeah. Lose it, Chris. Nancy Whale says lose it too. Holy smokes. I'm telling you right now. So lose it, it is. Lose it, it is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. All right, guys. So real quickly, a couple things. Our YouTube channel is growing. Here is the QR code right here in the right-hand corner. So make sure you check out our QR code to our YouTube channel. And like I said, that will be on Love It, Lose It tomorrow. It definitely is. Make sure you comment on it tomorrow on all our channels too. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. So if you have not joined our YouTube channel yet, make sure that you do. And as always, we'll be in the Talking Real Estate Facebook group for the after show. Maybe we'll even try to get, we won't be able to see Bill for the after show, will we? Maybe we'll get us in the car. I'm going to tell you all about the concert from yesterday. Yeah, there was two sinks. So, guys, I'm Scott.
I'm Shelly.
And we're definitely talking real estate. See ya.